Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now, before we do begin, let us give a brief little review. In the last part, a number of things have happened. Now, we had Deku. Deku, he's been put through quite a few things, and things have definitely been interesting. Now, Izuku, he was introduced to Venom, and he discovered that that suit of his was biological. And Tony Stark, he only made him a suit that was natural, one that only he could have made at the time. Yes, he could have put a ton of tech into it, but he didn't. He doesn't know how the kid does his thing, so he kept it simple. Whenever he heard about this biological thing, he was confused. And Shield, they were quite alarmed. They discovered that Venom was some type of creature, something that may not be even from this planet. And that said quite a bit. Now, Deku, his body was severely affected by Venom. His body was used to exchanging things with Venom in order to go through symbiosis, a mutual benefit. However, now that Deku's body was lacking those substances, it reacted negatively. And Deku was given the rest of the night off, and Jessica, she told him quite plainly, get some sleep and call her if he needs to talk. He has her number, and she knows his. So, listen to her. Being a superhero isn't what he thought it would be. It sucks. Sometimes it's good, yeah. But being able to save people means sometimes you have to at least let yourself fail a little bit. Now, Deku, he got a good night's rest. However, Venom, it found him and reattached itself to him, after using Bakugo to get to him. Now, Bakugo is left confused, but he knew a few things. He is a trained SHIELD agent, and he knows that Izuku Midoriya is Spider-Man. Most importantly, he wants that feeling back. The feeling of power, the feeling of being in control. Everything he felt with Venom, he's never felt before, and he wants that feeling again. Now, we do actually have Deku. Deku was having a dream. The same night Venom rebonded to him. Deku, he had the dream where he was back on top of the building. He leaped off, and he was diving fast. He was going like a bullet, flying down fast. And he actually got there. He was able to reach his hand out and grab on a toga. And he spun back around. He was able to swing away. And the two, they crash landed on a building. It wasn't a perfect landing, but him and her were safe. The two were alive. The two were together. And Deku, he woke up from that dream. The dream where he finally caught her. The dream where he could finally let go of some of his regret. And that actually helped Deku a lot tonight. He woke up, and he thought about going to class. He thought about doing a lot. But there actually was a message on his phone, and Deku, he answered it. He got the message from a number. It was Jessica, and she told him that Venom is on the loose. The symbiote escaped captivity, and it doesn't look good. But most importantly, she wants him to call her in the morning whenever he wakes up so that they can talk. She wants him to go to a SHIELD facility and go over a few things. Because there are some villains out there, they might need his help to catch. And one of them, they're fairly certain Deku has met before. Now, Deku, he does understand, and he went to this facility. Now, Deku was sat down and Jessica was there. They brought him up to speed. Doc Ock, the Lizard, the Green Goblin, Electro, the Rhino, the Kingpin, you name it. He was told about many villains, and Deku was actually quite alarmed. Dr. Octavius, yeah, he knew the man took a break from the project, but this is definitely something intriguing. And right now, they do have somewhat of a lead. Doc Ock is working somewhere. They believe they may actually have his location. and they're hoping that they can get him captured, bring him in a shield, and hopefully find out what's wrong with him. And Deku, yeah, he's going to be handling that, while Jessica is going to be handling another villain. And Deku, he listened. He won't be going to class today, but we do currently have for Deku, he needed at least something in the morning to get himself woken up a bit more. And right now, Spider-Man does get to pay for his coffee. Him actually going to bring his hand down and grab onto his mask. And a ton of people do this on turn and look at him. Someone actually bring up their phone and recording him. Deku turning his head to look directly at them. As he does get to do one thing. He does actually get to turn and walk away. As he has to get outside and swing away. Him getting to the top of a building as he has to sit down and pull his mask up. Okay, I'm gonna take a sip. So, Spider Cop. Let's see. The first shift would be early in the morning, so technically he's. Well, it's not the afternoon yet, so. Okay. He should be fine today. But then again, Otto Octavius. Shit. When did that guy. He hasn't been paying attention, has he? Jesus. He knows way too many people turning bad. And that's concerning. But. Okay, so. Let's see. The Rhino's a mercenary. The Kingpin's a criminal mastermind, apparently. Okay, so he knows the leads on Kingpin, so. That's definitely intriguing. But then there's Venom. Or at least what they called that thing. Mr. Stark didn't make it for him. That's definitely intriguing, but he doesn't understand. He still has that same feeling he did without it. Okay, so he's fine then. He worked fine without Venom, but he was getting better? Okay, so. Okay. He's definitely gonna try and figure this out more. I mean, get a bit better and maybe do some training. I mean, technically he's never lifted a weight in his life, so could he really train this spider strength? Or maybe that's possible, but okay. If he's gonna be fighting people and training, he needs to get better at dodging. I mean, he knows he already has to roll some punches sometimes, but it's a lot more intimidating whenever you try and punch a guy and he doesn't move at all. Huh. Then again, he's gonna hurt normal people like that, and super people, they're not as easy to harm. Okay, so there's that. But Mr. Otto, okay, he can try and help him out. Try and focus on him. Just, remember what Jessica said. The Lizard and Mr. Osborn are in jail. Or, well, yeah, they're behind bars, so they'll stay there. They can't hurt people there. Okay. But they're not gonna stay there, are they? They're not gonna just sit there and listen to what they say. They're bad guys. The Lizard, yeah, he's more of an animal than anything, but he's still a victim of all this. But he can't just forgive Mr. Chizuki. He didn't think about what it would do. Ugh. How is he supposed to how is he supposed to hate that man? Mr. Osborn, he can understand. All he knows is that that man is insane, and he uses money to make fucking weapons. He's actively trying to kill people, harm them. Get better tech just to do what? Kill Spider-Man? It's super annoying. That being on Deku's mind. And currently, Deku, he doesn't feel his spider sense go off. I'm gonna turn and look around. That's weird. There's nothing there. So what is Deku actually gonna sit down his coffee? I'm gonna roll as the cup as a whole get fired through it. Him actually gonna spin back around and gonna fall off the side of the building. Him going to bring his hand out and going to shoot a web. Before he's going to pull himself back up into the air and get sent flying upwards. Him going to look and see what the him in the air. As Doc Ock does this send out one of his mechanical arms flying out towards Deku. And Deku, he actually does go bring his hands up. Him going to try and spin his body around to dodge it. Him going to grab onto it and going to fling himself downwards. As he was going to land. Whoa. Holy hell. Spider-Man. Nice to finally meet you. Listen, I need your help with something. A particular project of mine. And your compliance is not necessarily needed. Now, if you would so kindly, please, provide me with some assistance. Doc Ock? Oh, yes. My name is Otto Octavius. I'm sure you already know who I am. Now, what I want you to do is hand over your blood. Sorry. You don't need an explanation for that. All I know is you'll get in my way. So, two birds in one stone. I have my experiments, and you are taken out of the picture. Now, are we done here? Doc Ock gonna move forwards, and Deku he doesn't look at the hands. He can only see 4 of them. So, what is he doing? 2 of the hands gonna fly out. As Deku does dodge one of them, and I'm gonna dodge another one. As another one does this, it gets sent flying past him. As Deku, he does stare at them. Now, Deku does gonna roll under one of them. As that hand goes swing back around and smash him on the side. Deku actually gonna bring his hand up, try and dodge. Him gonna try and throw his fist out towards it, as another hand is gonna grab onto him. It grabbing onto his fist, and then actually gonna pull it upwards into the air. As Deku, he is actually then struck directly in the chest. As the hands or tentacles just start to wrap around him. And Deku, he actually is held there in the air. As Doc Ock does try to tell him, you know, he is sorry to say, but Spider-Man, he will get in the way. But hey, 5 tons of force. The fact that he's able to withstand that does give him ample data to work with. Now, this being what the hands do to actually pull back, a giant needle being seen, and Deku talks about it. You know, he never really was a big fan of the doctors. As Deku, he actually does do one thing. He goes to throw his hands somewhat together, him forcing them forwards as he tries to break free. And Venom does decide to actually don't step in. As over Doc Ock does try to throw this needle into Deku's chest, Deku actually does get somewhat moved to the right. And there is actually where he is stabbed in the shoulder. Deku is screaming out in pain as Doc Ock, he actually is a bit more confused. Venom wrapping around Deku's fist and going onto his arm, amplifying his strength. As Deku does throw his fist outwards, breaking free. And there actually is where Venom does go back into hiding. As Otto Octavius is surprised. What the hell was that? And then Deku, he actually is going to bring up his other arm. Him going to actually rip the tentacle off of it, as Otto, he's just watched that. And right now, Deku, he also actually brings his hands up. I'm going to try and blast Otto with spider webs. As the man, he has to try and move out of the way. And Deku, he actually is going to watch Otto try and retreat. Him make his way down to the street below. Now, Deku, he does watch that. And Otto, he does do one simple thing. He does going to try and tell Spider-Man whenever he does going to try and come down to confront him about a bomb. There's a bomb hidden on the street. It will go off in 5 minutes. He can either try to find it or take him down. But he should know. The damage it could do to the city block would be enough to kill a lot of people. So Spider-Man has to choose. Go after him or save people. So decide, Spider-Man. Now, Doc Ock tried to retreat, and Deku, he actually tried to think about whether or not this was a trap, whether or not this was a trick. And Deku, he did gonna bring his hand out. Him gonna actually watch Otto leave. Him gonna press onto his web shooter as something goes to fly out and land on him. And Deku, he actually had a turn. Him trying to figure out what was going on. Now, Deku tries to look around. He tries to find the bomb. and eventually his spider sense is going to alert him. As Deku, he does go to pull open the back of a truck. Him finding it, and then going to pull it out. Before Deku hears flying the tallest building he can. Him gonna see it, and they're gonna grab the bomb. Him webbing it up, and going to do one thing. He does start to climb, swinging up high into the air. And whenever Deku does gonna get to the highest building he can, he goes to throw the bomb high up into the air. Before it is gonna go off. And Deku, he actually is blasted backwards with the force. Him currently going to smash into an office building. As whenever Spider-Man is going to lay there on what presumably was somebody's desk, he does get something set up. And everybody, they do just stare at him. As Spider-Man, he does look around. And apologize. Before he does someone stand up and swing away. Now, Otto Octavius. Otto has been trying to do quite a bit. He's been trying to save his own life, experiment, do a number of things. And he is quite intrigued to know what he can do with a sample of Spider-Man's blood. This should provide him with ample data and tell him a lot. Whatever he can do to try and save himself, he knows that Spider-Man has amazing abilities. So, perhaps it could be the key to curing his condition. And if not that, he can at least try and do something else with it. Now, Deku, after the bomb went off and he was sent flying, he tried to find Otto. Right now, though, another situation popped up. One more dangerous. And Jessica, she needed a hand here because the Rhino was definitely getting a bit out of control. And Deku, he tried to step in. Now, when that actually happened, there was the Rhino, who Deku and Jessica, they took down rather easily. And that was at least a bit more of a team effort. And Deku was actually a bit more surprised. A guy he can actually throw a punch at. A guy he can actually not hold back as much with. And he was definitely intrigued. Deku, he actually had a bit more fun fighting that guy. Just throw a few quips at him and piss him off, and he loses it. It was kind of funny. But Jessica didn't really think so. She thought of this as a serious thing. And the two, they actually sat down later in their civilian wear to get some coffee. Or rather, lunch. Or let's just say brunch. Now, the two, they were talking. And Jessica tried to explain to him a few things. She wanted him to understand there are a lot of serious threats out there. And some stuff he cannot control. However, they want his help to try and find Venom. Along with that, they're trying to find leads on a few things. And while that may take time, his help would be much appreciated. And Deku, he doesn't understand. Haley's going to look down to try and see if his tracker is still active. As he does see where it is, it's gone. Ah, damn it. He must be out of range. Problem? Yeah. I encountered Doc Ock earlier. You did? Yep. He, got me pretty good. My shoulder is still sore. That sucks. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, so can I ask a few questions? What is it? Um, you mentioned that there's a ton more villains. Well, there's a lot of people that we're trying to deal with. The people I'm trying to find leads on, they hurt me. And other people, such as, well, I'll have to run that by Fury. Listen, Shield could benefit well from your help. And we know that you could benefit well from our help. So, would you be willing to help out for a bit? Try and see what to do? We can even help train you. I know Captain America, he wanted to see where you were on fortitude. He wanted to see where you were on acrobatics. Training from Captain America. Yeah. We can, talk to Oscorp and she can even help reimburse you for your scholarship or help you with that. You're already a very seemingly incredible academic. So, The fact that you don't just try and go straight for a degree or a workforce permit like that, it's incredible. Shield can even help you try and forge one. Forge one? You're a superhero. There are certain shortcuts you can take. Besides, Shield can rewrite your records and say that you got it at 16. Or even more incredible, got it at 14. Knowing your track record, it's more likely to be 14. I'm just surprised is all. Listen, I appreciate the shortcuts, but I don't want to owe Shield anything. You won't owe them anything. You save our asses by helping us take down the bad guy. Shield agents died last time trying to take down the lizard. And, that's just quite a bit. He is in custody. Not the point. Listen. Help us out, and we can help you. Alright? Director Fury said that you can gain access to our labs and incredible technology. So, how does that sound? I don't know. It sounds tricky. Alright, well, you can start by helping us hunt down Big Green. I'm sorry, what? Big Green. Listen, he's, the Hulk. I'm sorry, the what? Listen, it's hard to explain, but he's been missing for some time. S.H.I.E.L.D. has been able to try and hide his identity, but they're not too sure for how much longer. People already know he exists, and the fact is, he's definitely crazy. Suppressive information has been hard. He's just a loose... Okay. I don't even know how to define him. He's almost like a force of nature. He's a loose animal, and that is dangerous. You're trying to cage him. Not cage him, protect him. That doesn't sound good. Okay, so who is this guy? Bruce Banner, the Incredible Hulk. He's been around and he's tried to do good, but he's also done quite a lot of things that are questionable. He stopped the abomination, and he's even gone through and stopped a few of the people. He's helped the mutants before. The mutants. Yeah. Actually, we might need to see if you can get around some of them. Meet some. It might help you. You might actually like Dr. Beast. Dr. Beast. Most people call him Beast. You'll find out why. Assumably. If that does go to pass. I'm sorry, it's just... You're throwing a lot at me at once. Actually, I'm not, because I haven't even talked to you about the aliens. I'm sorry. Aliens? Actual aliens. You got your powers from a spider bite, and you're saying that aliens are a bit too hard to explain? Okay, okay. Have I just not been paying attention? Yeah, you really haven't. Listen, there's a lot of things that you have not heard about because we don't want you to know about them. Many things we try and keep out of the media, but there's also some things that we can't. That being on Deku's mind. Can't. That being where Deku, he doesn't hear someone of a broadcast, and he has to turn his head. J. Jonah Jameson, or Triple J. He right now is talking on the news about how crazy Spider-Man's antics have been. Spider-Man is a menace, and he's caused property damage, and has even tried to take the lives of the villains, the people who have caused great harm, yet should be given proper jail time and serve their time in prison. Right now, JJ, he does not want Spider-Man in his city, because if he inspires others to kill, like the Punisher, then what is that going to be? Superheroes taking the justice system into their own hands, justice like this, it would cause more problems than good. Because what if the person's innocent? What if it is a case of mistaken identity? What if the Spider-Man was just fucking crazy? And Deku, he hears about that. Spider-Man going off the rails. That is currently the latest news headline. Because Spider-Man has been seen doing a lot of crazy shit recently. And people are actually kind of scared of him right now. And with that, Deku, he does understand. As he's going to turn and look back towards Jessica. He'll work with S.H.I.E.L.D. and try to give them a hand. But hopefully this can make things better. And right now, she doesn't understand. And Deku, he is going to head back out. He wants to do a few things. Get a few things done and sorted out. And that's what he'll be doing. So, he'll be training with S.H.I.E.L.D. for a second. And that will definitely be interesting. Now, with that being said, Deku, he's not officially a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. But right now, he wants to try and do a few things. Get accustomed to his new role, his powers, his new mindset. He's not alone in this, and he knows that now. There are people like Daredevil. There are people out there that can help him. But most importantly, Deku, he's about to face a threat he's never faced before. And it starts to wreak havoc on the city. And right now, Deku, he headed out to try and stop it. Now, a man decided to come here. He wanted to find Spider-Man. He wanted to stir up some chaos and find the hero he wanted. He wants his head. He wants the man dead. He wants to find him and take him. Because that is what he wants. Spider-Man will be one of many. And that's just enough. This world will be theirs. This world will be one of many that they've taken and they've hunted. And they definitely are going to kill this Spider-Man. Because the others have fallen. All the same. Now, right now Deku does a swing to the location. And whenever he does it encounter the villain, he actually is going to begin the battle. Now, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. And have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.